Hello everyone and welcome back to the studio here in Northumberland on a very rainy day. And today, it's going to be a watercolour one, but it's a photograph that I took when I was on a painting holiday last year. And it's at a beach in Suffolk, because we're doing a painting holiday based at a hotel in Orford in Suffolk. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of the town that the beach was in, but it's this one anyway. Here we go. There's the picture. And what I've done is I've blown it up, or should I say, Gail's blown it up.
Just get it right.
So I can focus on the boats and that little bit of headland in the distance there. And so, on with the drawing. I've taped just the top and bottom again, so I can come across as far as I want to come across, and then I'll tape off the sides. So, this boat is the main thing. Here. Now it starts to come down a little bit. About there. Yeah, about there. And this comes forward here. And that's a white top to the boat. Bit of a wiggly line there, that'll be fine. All down to red wine. Oops, and there. And I've got a black bit underneath it as well, black rubber bit there. And always remember, when you see me drawing, I'm always pressing on harder so that you can still see it and it comes out on the film. You don't need to press on as hard as I am. Now, this is quite steep as it comes down there. And curl a little bit there at the bottom. And again here. Going inwards slightly there. You see how that line comes down slightly? And a kink in that. And across there. There's a gap there. I've left a gap there because I've got a big wheel on that. It's standing on a trolley or something.
Can you just put the photograph?
Yes. Anything you say, madam.
Thank you so much.
You see how I was being polite to you there? You saw that, did you?
No. For the purposes of the film.
For the purpose of the film. Yes, that reminds me.
Thought it might.
You thought? What?
I thought it might.
Well, you know exactly what I'm going to say.
What you're going to say. Yeah.
Because with the YouTube feedback, we get lots of YouTube feedback, and it's always really lovely. Well, 99.9% of the time it's lovely. But we had this bloke get in touch.
The woman, I think.
Eh?
The woman, I think.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I don't know what planet they're on anyway. But said, Mr. Evans, I started to watch your videos and subscribed, and then in 1 hour 29 minutes and something or other.
Which was wrong because that was the whole length of the
It was
film.
wrong because that was the whole length. In fact, it was even longer than that. It's shorter than that. So, I heard you be very, what was it she said?
Well, basically you were disrespecting me. You were being condescending.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Because we had a slight tiff over what the roof consisted of.
Well,
That was it.
and so because of that, and so I changed my mind and I'm not subscribing to you anymore. Well, all I can say to that is yippity-doo.
She must have spent a very secluded life if she thought that was abuse.
Indeed.
You're the one that's abused.
I know I'm the one that's abused. You don't have to tell me that, actually. But people obviously just don't like banter.
Well, she didn't know it was banter. That's the thing.
Just watching the wrong channel. Watch wrestling or something. Now I've got a little bit up here. And this is the start of some rigging of some kind now, where it's a roof and then lots of bits and pieces. Lots of boaty bits. And across there. And that's going almost to the end. And there's some nice colours on this as well. Have you noticed that, Gail?
That's lovely. When I printed it out, I thought,
Okay, yes, oh no.
what lovely colours.
And we all know now that you printed it out. Sorry, was that abuse?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, stop being condescending.
I'm being condescending, yes, I realise it. And a little bit there. And a couple of dangly bits in this now. Dangly bits being a couple of life belts. Notice I did a perfect circle there on the outside there. You noticed that?
No.
Freehand. What?
No, I hadn't noticed.
Okay. Didn't think that.
I've noticed now, you've pointed it out.
And that one's not now. A couple of bits there, a couple of bits there. And there's a little bit of that going down that way. Quite a bit of drawing on this actually, Gail. And there's a bit there. No idea what that is, but it looks like a coat hanger. Well, it does, doesn't it? A big coat hanger.
Does look like a coat hanger. I don't think it is that.
And there's some flaggy bits there, look. I say flaggy bits because they're flags. And there's only one, but I'm going to have two. Just because I can. And a few more bits and pieces, lumps and bumps. Look, I'm just...
You're very technical, boat-wise.
A few bits and pieces. It's all bolty bits. And that. And a couple of bits there. That'll do. Bolty bits, look. A lot more than that. It's always nice to have plenty of verticals when you're doing something. Don't know what that is, but
It's vertical.
it's another one. And a couple of bits down there. Just jumble. Have some jumble. And there's a boy. You know, I nearly started singing them.
Don't know whether you're allowed to call them boys these days, aren't they? Sort of
Yeah, well, that would be
asexual
a
floating.
couple of, that's
Asexual floating things.
a they. It's a they.
What?
Oh God, it's a they,
Oh, they, yes, and it.
not a boy. Oh God, we're going to have all the BLT fanatics getting in touch now.
BLT plus.
BLT plus, sorry. Don't mock. No, I won't mock the afflicted. There's a bit there. And a big bit coming up here. And then there's another nice vertical on that one. Any more bits there, Gail? No. Inside of the... See the inside of the cabin. You see that?
Oh, yes.
So I just need... When we paint it, it'll be a darker line there. Inside. Shall I have another boy? Yeah, I'll have another one there. Another they on there.
I think we better stop doing this.
I
now.
think I better stop on that. Because they'll all be jumping on me. I didn't mean...
No, just stop it.
Yeah. I don't know what that is then.
Outboard motor, isn't it?
No, I know it's an outboard motor, but there's something he's resting on there. You see that?
Looks like a suitcase.
A suitcase. Really?
Well, it's a coat hanger and a suitcase. Maybe somebody's going on the holidays.
A coat hanger. Is that Manc, is it?
Hanger, yeah.
This is an outboard motor. Which is raised, obviously. Don't know how to line that. And coming down there. And they're jangly bits there, commonly known as propellers. That'll do for an outboard boat. Looks outboardish, doesn't it?
It does.
A little bit of the inside there. And a little bit more of the base of that showing. There. I like that better now, Gail.
Good.
And here we've got a big wheel. It is quite big, isn't it? Flat at the bottom. That's because it's got a flat tyre, but just at the bottom.
Just at the bottom.
And something inside that. And a few little wiggly bits underneath, wiggly bits, the tentacles. And we've got grass in front of that there. And here we've got a few bits of boat. Actually, there's a couple of staves that's resting against. You see, that was a nautical term, that.
It was.
Staves.
Stave or a stave?
A stave.
Stave.
A T-H-E-S. One of them.
T-S-E-S.
S-T-A-I-T-H-E-S.
T-H.
Can't you spell? Oh, sorry, that's abuse. Hope that person's watching. Well, I'll probably never watch again with the response they got. It's a bit of what do I mean?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Boat, wheelhouse bit on another boat. And another vertical. Yes, get them in. And there's not much to that boat, actually, underneath. Actually, can't really see any of it.
Don't know where you put it in.
Because I wanted it. And I'm the artist.
Ah. I'll be it then.
Rather that on those resty bits. You know, that's the things that boats rest on, resty bits. I'll do with that bit now. And actually, we've got a bush behind there. Yay! Bit of greenery. Which is nice because that'll make the white bits stand there.
Sort of scrubby on the beach, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's nice for.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I was just.
I remember, well, I don't know, I can't remember where this place is, but
Aldborough, was
it's in Suffolk. It might be Aldborough.
Aldborough,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah. But anyway, I was with the group, and then afterwards, we collected all our stuff to go back to the hotel. And I thought, God, I've left my sunglasses. Because it was really bright, but it was freezing cold. And so I went back, everybody was in the car by this stage. So I went back out, found my sunglasses where I'd been standing. Then someone said, what are you looking for?
Don't tell me.
I said, my sunglasses, I've lost you. And she said, are those them on your head?
Yes.
God, I feel so foolish. Now,
You must be used to that by now.
yeah, I am actually. Now, just slightly above that, about there. Let's see. Very faintly, look. That's the top line of the beach. About there, on there. No, I'll do the bolts first. You see on there I've got a couple of bolts which are further away. And they're kind of like laying on the side a little bit. There's the back of one. It comes down and then up. Down and up to a point there. But and then another one here. I'm going to actually, I'll get it out. The second one, I'm going to move it a bit closer to there. There's a reason for that. And I'll think about it soon. There. And again, down, then up. Another couple of lines on that one. Oh, isn't it cool how that line fitted in with that line? Anybody think it was planned? Which of course it wasn't. And a couple of little bits there. We'll have some boys on the beach there. Now, I've got a little bit of distance there. You can see that far distance. And that's just coming in. That'll be weak when I paint it. A couple of buildings on the top line. Far, far away, in a distant land, called Aldborough, we think.
Blue remembered hills.
The sea line. Only a smidgen of sea in there, which is a long way off. And I love this beach, but they call them beach, and actually they're more like building sites because it's all pebbles. Not like a Northumbrian beach, which is lovely sand. Now I've just offended people from Suffolk as well. There, that'll do for the drawing. Now I've taped off either side, so that's the picture. Time for a big sky now. And for a change, I'm going to use cobalt blue in this one. Contentious.
Controversial.
Controversial. And Gail's saying, we should show them how to do a
Graduated sky.
graduated water.
Lush.
Loads of water, like normal. But, that wasn't abuse, was it?
What?
That wasn't abuse.
No, I
was it?
don't think so.
Yeah,
I think
that-
it was acknowledging my masterfulness at directing.
You mean do as I'm told.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. Now, in the bottom of that, just going to have a little bit of yellow ochre, fairly weak. Yeah. Just to add a little bit, just to add a little bit of to the sky. That's a technical term. Wash out, squeeze out, mop up. Now, cobalt blue, just cobalt blue. There we go. Plenty of water into that. And I'm making it fairly strong for the top, like that. And then as I come down, don't add more paint. Get it weaker as it's coming further down. Just a bit more. Get it weaker as it's coming further down. And there you go. It's as simple as that. I don't want loads of clouds in here. I'm just going to have a couple of little wispy bits. Wispy? Wispy?
Wispy.
Wispy. You can tell I've just come back from France, don't you? Now, wash out, squeeze out. Just a couple of little bits here. Oh, cute.
Very sweet.
Hey?
Very sweet.
Is that another one?
Tiny one, tiny one.
Tiny one. There?
Yep.
That tiny enough?
Yeah, that's tiny enough.
Cute. And now, that needs to dry. There, now that's all nice and dry. You can see how the yellow comes into its own head there. Just lightens up at the base there. Just a different colour, rather than just be solidly one colour. Now, I've got a little bit of cobalt blue. And I've changed my round brush for this one. Cobalt blue, and then a touch of light red into it. And plenty of water. Don't want this too strong. Because this is for the distance there, look. Just in between there. And then across there. Not like that, just like that. Around the outboard motor. And a straight line at the bottom. And a few lumpy bumpy bits. Just to give the impression that there's something there on the distant land. And a few bits going around here, a pointy bit there. Notice I'm not even looking at the photograph because I'm just making this up. It's just distance. Don't want your detail with it. A couple of bits there. And carry on. And you notice, by the way, this is all done with just one dip of the brush. And as it starts to run out, it gets a little bit weaker, which is good. And there, that's the distance done. Don't fiddle, don't mess. The more detail you put into a distance, or the stronger in colour you make it, the further forward you're going to bring it, and you don't want that. Yeah, I'll do for that. Easy peasy. Now, straight to the bow. And for this, I want an orangey colour. So there's my yellow ochre. Still with the round brush. And this time, light red into that as well. There. A bit more light red. There we go. Quite a nice colour, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
Really think I knew what I was doing. On that. This, obviously, as you know, the brushes that I use, well, as with the paints, are aquafine. And it's such a lovely point, that number 8 round brush. That is for a little bit lower there. That's for that cover there. I presume it's a cover for in and out, isn't it?
Don't know.
I mean, you don't know. You told me that you knew everything.
I can't see the picture because your head's in the way.
Okay.
I'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah, but I thought that you would know that because of your witchydom.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's a cover, isn't it? Like a tonneau. Is it a tonneau cover or something?
Oh, tarpaulin.
Or one of them. Ooh, it's tarpaulin, is it? Yes,
I think it might be a tarpaulin.
smashing
Or
something.
tarpaulin. Tarpaulin?
Tarpaulin, yeah. It's a cover.
Okay.
Now, actually, I've got a little bit of out there as well. In there. I'm just looking at the photograph for that there. A little touch of that there. And the life belts, life rings, I'm going to put more red into those, so I'm not going to do them just yet. I'll go straight to the boat, the hull. And that is just cobalt blue for the time being. Just start to fill that in there. But cobalt blue. Go around the boys. Sorry, the things. Like that. And just fill it in. Yes, there are letters on there. But I'm not writing, I'm painting. I'm just filling it in with blue. And there's going to be shadow on this as well afterwards. I've got a white line at the base there. just fill in. Of course, there can be a load of shadow on this at the end as well, which always gives everything its shape. Fill it in. Just add a touch more water there. Up to the wheel, and again fill in. Again round that little thing there. And around the wheel. And there's the white line at the base again. Like that. Easy peasy. Just filling in your own blocks. When you've done a fairly precise drawing, all you're doing afterwards when it comes to the painting is filling in your own blocks. So basically what I'm saying is the drawing is the difficult part of it. I mean, none of this is difficult, but the drawing's the more difficult part. The painting, you're just filling in your own blocks, bit by bit, stage by stage. I'm just going over again to make sure I've got the same depth of colour all the way across. There. Notice the light bit at the back, just a little touch of light at the back. I'm just leaving that for the time being until that's dried. Now, cobalt blue and burnt sienna, nice and dark. It's almost black, but it's not black. There, nice and strong. And just with the tip of the brush, look. I'm just going to paint, remember I did that line on the inside of the cabin so that you can see inside a bit. I'm just painting that first. A bit there. And a little bit coming down there. Then when I put the window in, it'll look like you can see inside the cabin. Clever stuff that, isn't it, Gail?
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. Now, whilst I'm in with that really dark colour, I'm going to do the rubber line there. Again, with the tip of the round brush. And across there. I mean, if you can't paint carefully like that, you know, fairly precisely around bits, then just paint through them and take, once it's dry, take the paint out again in the bits that you want to reveal. Like these little blobby things here. And actually, I'll tell you about it later. There is a book to show you how to do that kind of thing. It's called, what's it called, Gail?
Tips and Techniques, pocketbook.
No, that's Watercolour Rescue.
Oh, Watercolour Rescue. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
yes. Sorry. It's probably in both, actually.
Probably is. And around that. And end it off about there, because we've just got that little bit of the tail end of the boat that I was talking about earlier, the lighter bit. Now, whilst I'm in with that really dark colour again, and still with the round brush, I'm just going to paint in those tyres there. Look. Like so. And around that. I nearly started humming then.
Did you?
I'm sorry about that. I promise I won't sing. Actually, someone once said, you've got a really good voice.
Who was that? Your mother?
I beg your pardon.
Mothers say these sort of things.
I think that was abuse towards me.
Go on then, who was it?
I can't remember. I think it was somebody that was tone deaf. A bit there. Flat at the bottom, look. And now that little bit, so you can see the wheel on the other side of the boat. Just a little smidgen of it there. Did I draw that in? I must have done because of the pencil. Did I sneak that in when they weren't watching, Gail?
I think you did actually. I wonder what you were doing.
And now, again, with that black, below the white line that I left, a bit of black there. Remember, you've got some grass here. Don't forget the grass. Dearie, dearie me. And across and through there. Now, with a heck of a lot more water into that same brush full of paint that I'm using, I'll just drop in the light bit there. Take out again because it's still too dark. There, better. And now again, cobalt blue, tiny touch of cobalt blue with a lot of water. Just for that light bit there. Still too dark. There. Just there. There's not much of it, but it's there. And it makes me feel happier. Now, the white there, I want to leave it white there, but I want a little touch of blue on the front end of that. White in shadow, have blue. A bit there. And bring that forward a bit. Now, more water into the brush. No more paint, just more water. And smooth that across a little bit. There. There, that's better. We like that, don't we?
We do. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Now, still more shadow to go on the boat. I'll have a little bit of burnt sienna into there, I think. Inside the wheel. That's a little bit there. I'll have a little bit of black inside that as well, once that's dried. Now, to all the jiggly bits. I'm just having a quick look at the colours. Well, first of all, I'll do the windows, which again, cobalt blue, tiny, tiny touch of burnt sienna. And it's just the glaze in there, look. And I shall put shadow in that as well afterwards, when that's dry. A little bit there. Now go through that underline that I put in there. There, can you see how you can see inside now? Does that make sense, Gail?
Very clever.
Thank you. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Now, into jiggly bits on the boat. No, first of all, I'll do those two big bits. Again, a little bit of cobalt blue. A lot of water. A little bit there. Leaving it light on that side. A little bit there. Again, leaving it light there. Just a bit more water. All with the number 8 round brush. For the life ring things, remember that orange I used? Do you remember that, yeah?
I do remember.
I'm adding some alizarin crimson to that. I'm leaving some gaps in these. Bit of colour there. Leave a gap. Bit of colour there. Leave another gap and a bit of colour there. See? And again. Leave a gap. And again, leave another gap. Good, that, isn't it?
Very lifeboat. Life belt.
Life belt.
Belt.
with that same colour, I'm actually going to do those bits as well. There we go. And there's another one. Now, I'm going to want some shadow in there from those. So before I do that, take a bit of paint out, because where you've got the dark side, you need a light side. So a bit of light out there. Just with a touch, look. And again. There, see? And again, another one there. Just a touch. With a clean, damp brush. And then go back in. Take a bit more out. There. And look, you can see the camera shaking already because she's laughing already. Because she who shall be obeyed has just said, I thought it was light on the other side.
It's a good job somebody's keeping an eye on.
And I couldn't kind of like bullshit about it because she was right. God. It's painful. So I've put that paint back in again. So now I'll take a bit of light out on this side. Is that right, Gail?
That's right, because you did the back of the boat
Yes,
lighter.
that's right. I know.
That was the clue.
Is that lack of respect I've just shown to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, I think
Eh?
it was equal.
Okay.
It's better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very kind of
Just
you
get
to
it
say
right,
so.
that's all I'm asking.
It's all right. No.
Not much to ask.
Okay. While I'm in with black, which I'm not, I'll paint the outboard motor. Again, it's not quite black, like I said. Oh, the cobalt blue and touch of black sienna. I'll have that on there. It's got a white line on it as well. But that, leave a gap, and then fill that bit in. And I shall give this a bit of shape in a minute by taking paint out again. We'll see where I'm in a second. Bit right there, bit right there. And bring it down. And a couple of bits there, one there, one there. And a couple of jangly bits there for the propellers. Which you probably won't be able to see like that, but you can now. Now, wash it out. And just give that a little bit of shape. Like take a clean damp brush, just take out in a curve look like that. There. Isn't that clever?
Very clever.
Yeah, thank you.
And correct.
What?
And correct.
Okay, fine. You're never going to let me live that down, right? There. Now, back to jiggly bits on the boat. And for this, I'm going to need my rigger brush. And guess what, Gail? I haven't got my rigger brush in my bucket.
Where is it?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
I'm singing in the background. Yeah.
Lovely.
There we go.
Having a detailed look here.
I just got myself all caught up in the wine.
God.
What?
We're having a detailed look at your painting here.
Okay, fine. Right, back to
When you
painting.
get yourself organised. Right.
It's your fault that I forgot my
It's
rigger
not.
Okay. Now I'm going for black, and I always say never change your blues throughout a picture because it will show, apart from if it is clear black, which that is. Look, ultramarine blue and burnt sienna is a lovely black. What I'm doing here, I have a few sticky bits. Sticky bits, Gail? Sticky bits. That's just reminding me of something. We once did this painting holiday in a very posh house. And there was a poor chap that he loved a certain thing, but he couldn't eat it because it was against his diet, because he was something intolerant. So Gail, with all her normal tact and sympathetic charm, said, "Well, do you want to sniff it?"
It was a chocolate Florentine. It smelled delicious. It's a shame he couldn't eat it.
Do you want to sniff it?
It's almost as good. It's when you're dieting, you can just sniff things
Really.
sometimes.
Bit that. Sticky bits. And bits there. And I've got a couple of bits of support for that there lean-to. And a little bit of dark underneath that now. Like that. And just inside the life belts, life rings, whatever they are.
Belts.
Then I'm putting dark there. One on the inside and one on the outer side to that side, opposite to where the light's coming from, Gail.
Okay.
A couple of bits up here now. This is a number 4 rigger, by the way. So another bit on there. A bit underneath that. And we've got a rail there. This is all doing that black mix. A few bits supporting that. And now a few bolty jiggly bits, which can be anything you want. And of course, not forgetting the coat hanger. So I'll just put more water into that so it's weaker and fill that in there. Still no idea.
I wonder what it is.
No idea, but it's there.
Maybe somebody will tell us.
Yeah, somebody will say. Somebody that actually does know bolty
Yes.
bits. And now, into that shadow mix, I'm going to put a little bit of that shadow mix, that black mix, sorry. I'm going to put a little bit of alizarin crimson. There. It'll make like a deep aubergine colour. And that's going to go, light comes from there, bit there, and a little bit there, bit inside the windows, bit underneath there, so, and underneath that black rubber bit, bit of shadow there. All the way across. Now, on the front of the boat, on the bow, Gail. Notice how I knew it was a bow.
Well, it's very nautical, that was.
I know. Round and curve it. Curve it. Like that. Push out, squeeze out, and soften that line through now. Look, there. Just with a clean damp brush. Also, that wheel is going to cast a shadow. There. Like that. And I think that will more or less do. A little bit of blue there. More or less do for the big boat. Aha! You didn't tell me about the shadows, did you? About the flags, did you?
Flags.
Them bits there.
Oh,
Look.
those.
A couple of wiggly bits there, look.
I was just looking at that box underneath the outboard motor. The box underneath that.
Oh, you're right, actually. Obviously.
Obviously.
A little bit of blue there. A little bit between
What is
there.
it?
I don't know what it is, but it's there. Sorry, I'm trying not to show you disrespect, but you know.
Shouldn't be painting both of them the clue or painting. Well, you haven't a clue what you're painting.
There we go. All lovely and dry now. And I'm just going to pop in that distant boat there. A little bit of the orangey colour again, but weaker. And again, with the tip of my number 8 round brush. A bit of that, a bit of that. Don't want much detail in that. We'll have a bit of orange there as well. It's a different kind of boat. This is a trawler. I just made that up. Now, a little bit in the windows. Cobalt blue and burnt sienna again. Just a bit there. And not really any detail in this at all, just blocks. A little bit there, a little bit back there. Underneath that. A stick there. Take some out. It's got to got it too warm in here. Stick there with the tip of my number 8 round. Going down and a few jiggly bits. We'll have a bit in there as well. A diagonal line there. And that just looks like you're looking inside the wheelhouse. That diagonal line. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Quite clever that one.
Very clever.
Thank you.
Done this before, haven't you?
Once. Now I'll have a couple of little bits of raw umber. Again, tip my round brush. Just have some bits there. And a bit of dark underneath. Again, ultramarine blue. Sorry, cobalt blue and burnt sienna. And that's all I need for that distance. Of course now I'm going to put the trees in behind. And for those, it's a little bit of yellow ochre. Plenty of water in it. And as Gail pointed out, they're scrubby trees. Yes, they are a bit scrubby, but there's nothing to be personal about it.
It's just, with it being near the beach, it was a bit confusing. You can have scrub near sand, can't you?
That's you telling us, is it?
That's just by the by.
Okay, right. So you're just making it up as you go along, basically. Bit of hooker's green.
Just like you do.
Me? I don't know how you can say that. Bit of hooker's green and a bit of burnt sienna there. Just let the colours run into each other. But carefully around the boat. Very carefully around the white bit there. And around those staves. And just drop it on. Gosh, it's drying really quickly in here.
Probably could turn the heaters off.
You probably could, actually.
Well, I can't, I'm holding it.
Well, I've got a paintbrush in my hand. We need a third member. Get one of the dogs.
Get a dog in,
Yeah. If in doubt, get a dog in. Carefully on that. Yeah, I tell you about the time I did a show. It was in a working men's club, or ex-working men's club, in Birmingham area somewhere. And I got on this really tall stage. There were about 300 people there. I got on this really tall stage, it was really high up. And the guy said, "You'll need a microphone, won't you?" I said, "Yeah, please." So he came up with a handheld mic. I've got a brush in one hand and a palette in the other. So I said to him, "Where do you want me to stick this?" So he got me a proper mic. And again, around that. And around there. And tap on. And with very little ado, we have some bushy scrubby bits. On we go.
Okay. Or scrubby bushy bits.
Scrubby bushy bits, even. A little bit more burnt sienna into that. And we've got a little bit more burnt sienna into that because I dipped into it by accident. Bit there. And underneath. And then after this, we're almost onto Big Beach.
Put a little bounce.
apart from the little bolts, but they're on the big beach, aren't they? And finally, touch of blue, cobalt blue. Drop that in there like that as well. And just like the colour spread. There. And I'm keeping it dark near the white bits because that dark accentuates the light. Oh, do you like that? Accentuates.
Well, it's a big word for you.
Cute. You know the amount of people that ask to see Gail on camera? Oh, we should see Gail. That's a regular feedback on YouTube, is that? Believe me, you don't want to see it.
You don't. I agree with you on that one.
And that's not me being disrespectful.
No, it's just stating a plain fact.
It's just that she's a miserable bugger and she don't want to be on camera. Simple as that.
I look better behind the camera than on it. Can I just...
How's that?
That's it. Lovely.
All right.
Okay.
Now, it's to those two bolts in the distance. And they're very, very simple. I'm going to have... Actually, I'm going to have a little bit of red to start with. A bit of alizarin crimson. Not too strong. Plenty of water into it. Put that in there. All the way across there. To the point. And now a little bit of blue, cobalt blue. That one on that one. And again, all the way across. And to the point. To the point. Now, underneath, I'm going to have a little bit of light red, just light red. And this stuff, you see it quite often on the bottom of boats. I actually think it's called anti-fouling. You see, that's a nautical term I knew about, Gail.
You did? Where did you read that?
Somebody told me. Actually, somebody told me down in Amble, a fisherman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we should know.
You should.
Because he fishes fish. But,
Or lobsters.
actually, it was lobsters. It's Claire's husband.
There's a lot of lobsters in Amble. Around Amble Harbour. Well, 'cause they
There.
breed them in Amble, lobsters.
At the back end of those boats, I've got a little darker bit. So, again, cobalt blue, touch of light red. Just to go in there. Like that. So I've got a darker end to them. In the correct place where the light's coming from, Gail.
Yes.
You hear that? A little bit there. I was in France last week, everyone. Just in case you want to know that. And we had lovely weather. We only had one day when we had some rain. But it was fabulous. Painted some lovely places. A little bit of dark underneath there. Painted some lovely places. Beautiful countryside. And one of the days we did a working boatyard. And if anyone's on Twitter, you can watch them being done stage by stage. I don't tell anyone what colours to use or anything like that, but I just show you every stage of every painting that I'm doing. So you can work your way through them. Yeah. Now it's to big bits. I'm going to start off with that little smidgen of sea that we've got, which again, cobalt blue, and I've changed my 3/4 inch brush now. Cobalt blue, tiny touch of hooker's green, and a tiny touch of burnt sienna. And that's quite a long way off as well. There's plenty of water into that. With the 3/4 inch brush, look, it's just a little bit there. And a little bit there. Nice straight edge at the top. There. Bring that down. There, bit of sealing, that's easy. Now, for the beach, I'm going to pre-wet it. So big, well, 3/4 inch brush. Just whack that on there. And I'm going to do the beach and I'll do the grass afterwards. Do me grass. Bit there. And just up to underneath the boat there. I'm not bothered about those boys though. As long as I know where they are, I can still see them. I'll be painting those dark. Now I've got some sand, Charleston sand. Bit of that. Bit of this, bit of that, bit of the other. Like that one. Want it stronger than that. That's better. Go it across. Up to there. Remember I've got grass there, so I'm not particularly bothered about the edges. Look how quickly this is drying here. I blame you for this.
I'm not full of hot air.
Really? And across there. Like that. Bit there. And a bit underneath there. A flat brush. So easy to go around things. It's got a nice sharp edge. Bit there. A bit in between there. Now while that's still wet, I've got to be quick, a little bit of yellow ochre. And just a few strokes here and there. And a bit there and a bit there. But leaving the sand showing through here and there as well. The sand is such a lovely colourful, a base colour, and then put washes on top. Now a little bit of light red. Always sounds odd, but putting light red and stuff. Bit there, bit there. Bit more there. Now finally, touch of blue, cobalt blue. Plenty of water. Touch of that. Now just with a clean damp brush, wash my brush like that, squeeze that, and merge colours. See what a lovely colour that gives you for your beach gown. Mm-hmm. Did you say uh-huh?
I said uh-huh.
Uh-huh. That's the right response, I suppose. Now, keeping that faint, weak, for the time being, as watercolour. That's the base colour for the beach. Obviously you can see the sheen there. This is still sopping wet through, but as long as I don't stick my hand on it, I can carry on with these little bits over here. And all I need is a bit of the cobalt blue and burnt sienna here. And I just need it on those staves, just the dark side there, look. Like so, straight down. I'm leaving the rest just white. And straight down there. And also, I can do the grass there. So back to my 3/4 inch brush. Bit of hooker's green. That. Somebody said on YouTube, did you see that one, Gail, a couple of days ago?
Oh, yes.
Out of such a mess comes such beauty. I don't know.
How does that work?
But I actually don't know.
I don't know how you do it either.
Just remix and mix on top. Oh, that a little bit stronger actually. Yeah, that's better. A few flicks. All I'm doing, look, is flick up. Take that underneath the bolt there. And up to the wheels, just tapping on. Like that. Not like that, just like that. bit down here. There. I've got a couple of little things to do now, but this, what I've done so far, has now got to be totally dry. So I'm going to leave it for 5 minutes. So that's as far as editing goes in these, just leaving it to dry for a little bit. Okay, everything's nicely dry now. To those two boys just there. Oops. Tip of my round brush again. A little bit of that. And I should be having some shadow in these as well in a minute. A little bit of that. And a couple of bits of rope with my rigger brush. Bit of dark. Cobalt blue and burnt sienna again. Bit of that. Bit of that. And just with the rigger brush, start off at the boat there and drag it down to the boy. Another one there. We'll have a couple of bits of rope coming from the boat. And a leading, this is always handy for a good leading to something. Look, drag it down, get it to the floor, and then scribble it off towards you. There. You see? Clever that, isn't it?
Amazing.
I don't think I've done this before. Now, this is, again, cobalt blue. Quite a bit of that. And light red. Yeah, plenty of water into that. And what I'm doing now, I'm using another brush, a new brush. But actually, it's not new. It's an old toothbrush. What I'm doing, soaking up all that paint there. Look. Here we go. Put that down there. And now, just cover up any bits I don't want mixed up. That all right, yeah?
Yeah, very effective.
Let's re-dip. There we go, put my hand over.
That's to show the pebbles, is it?
Yeah, a few bits and pieces of these on there. It's always handy to keep your old toothbrushes.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And now I'll let that dry and I'll put final shadows in. Now I've got my shadow mix again, which is a little bit of cobalt blue, a little bit of alizarin crimson, and a tiny touch of burnt sienna. I'm just going to put shadow there from that. And then a nice dark shadow underneath here, up to the wheels. And I know what you're thinking, Gail. Which way's the light coming from? Yes, but there will be light cast by that onto the floor. Shadow, I mean. Okay?
I had worked that out myself.
Before
Thank you very
you
much.
start whinging at me.
I had worked that out.
That's like a respect, that, isn't it? Now, a bit of that there. A few touches of shadow here and there. And a little bit there. And then we'll have some from these bolts here. Really strong underneath there, just a quick line. And then drag it backwards there. Like so. And again here. And drag it backwards. There. On the boys, a little bit there. A little bit to that side there. And again, a little bit there. And a little bit to that side. And that, actually, we can have a little bit on there as well. Just because I can. That's better. I like that now. Is that better, Gail?
That's lovely.
And that.
With those
What?
ropes cast a shadow.
No, and they're not going to. That's that done. Now I'm going to take the tape off. I've just said that's it, job done, finished. But Gail is driving me absolutely crazy about shadows from ropes. Okay, so are you pleased now?
It was just,
Bit of shadow from that rope there, look.
yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Does this make you happy?
It does make me happy.
Thank God there's something that makes you happy. I'm not having a shadow from that, you can get lost.
Okay.
Right. Now, I'm just fiddling because she made me. A few seagulls, look. Amazing what remarkable resemblance there is between seagulls and buzzards. Chick with a stick, another one there as well. That's just where I got a few flicky bits on. That'll do. Now it's job done.
Now it's finished.
So that's the tape off, and it is finally finished, despite anything else that Gail may say or add in the background. And as you can see, yeah, a little bit of fiddling around, and a lot of this painting, for a change, was done with just my number 8 round brush. But even though there's a bit of fiddling, you don't need to go too much into detail. And there's lots of my books here. And I was talking about the watercolour rescue, how to solve problems if you get problems by taking out and putting in, and just basically it's all in there. Plus there's a lot of tips and techniques of various kinds and painting stage by stage. And there's ones that are called Gail's fails, like that one.
Which were done on badly on purpose.
Yes, yes.
People don't realise that. They think I can't paint.
Well, but that's watercolour rescue. It shows you how to put the things right once you've got them wrong, if you get them wrong. And that's how to do them in the first place. Again, full of tips and techniques, that little book. Coastal Landscapes, which is fairly apt for this. That's a really good selling book, and it's got a thing around. And in the back of here, you've got the drawings done on watercolour paper. So you can either copy those drawings on your own paper, or you can just take the paper out and paint it. Very useful book, that. The paper I used, as usual, the Langton Rough. There we go. And we sell it in 2 different formats, A3 and A4. Langton Rough, beautiful paper, and it won't ever mess you about. It's sized internally, so there's no wrong side to paint on. Lovely paper. And despite the amount of water that I put on, it's never going to wobble or mess you about. And again, the paints, Aquafine. These are the Aquafine paints. Beautiful paints and good strong colours, especially Syrians out there. Strictly speaking, they're students' quality, and they're priced as students' quality. These are only £1.80 a tube on my website. But good strong colours, and they've actually got natural pigment in it as well, a certain amount of. And the brushes, again, Aquafine, 1.5 inch flat, 3/4 inch flat, number 8 round, and a number 4 rigger. And that's all the brushes I'm using, apart from the specialist brush, toothbrush, £1.50, boots. Don't quote me on that. And that's it. If you want to go to the website, charlesemsart.com, everything's on there. Like I said earlier, if you're on Twitter, have a look. It's Charles M. What is it? Charles M's Art?
At Charles M's Art.
At Charles M's Art on Twitter. Anyway, lots of bits and pieces on there all the time. See you again soon. Thank you very much.